Alright, my friends. Hello, and boy, I'm Mac Paladin, and welcome to Mac Paladin's Retro Gaming Emporium, and of course, we are playing Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection for the PSP. I've had this for a long time, and to be honest with you, I've never actually completed this version of the game. I have clapped booty cheeks on Final Fantasy IV I don't know how many times. I've played Final Fantasy IV Hard Edition. I've played Final Fantasy II for the Super NES, which is, Final Fantasy IV on easy mode. I've played it for the DS. I got about 3/4 of the way through the main game for this, but I never ever played the interlude or the after years. So it's right in front of me. I don't know why I couldn't just glance down at that, but here we go. Hi, I'm your scatterbrain host. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty exciting for me. I bought this brand new in 2011 when it came out, and yeah, it's one of those remakes that just kind of stands out because they did pixel upgrades and all that stuff, and of course they're doing the pixel upgrade collection now for the PlayStation 4, whatever their current iteration of the Virtual Console is. I'm a little out of it because I'm kind of a retro gamer, in case you missed it. But at some point, as you can see back here, I'm actually rebuilding a portion of my studio because another exciting bit of news is that I got the replacement motherboard for my old i7 streaming machine. So I will no longer... Oh no, Golex, I totally agree with you. The SNES version doesn't really need a pixel remaster, but they're doing it anyway. But yeah, so here we have in this box here, it's a Acer Veriton socket 1155 motherboard, so I can revive my i7. I had actually bought a really fancy machinist motherboard, shipped all the way from China via LA. Spent like $80 on the damn thing, and it was always a little on the unstable side. But I mean, it had an M.2 slot on it, and it was really cool, and had all the features I thought I wanted. But so we are going to do a little unboxing before we get started here with the actual game, because I'm kind of excited about this. But yeah, it's just a simple OEM motherboard for an Acer system, and I don't care. I spent 25 years rebuilding and hot rodding refurbished computers, so getting this to work will probably be a snap. But there she is. Real simple, just something so that I can put the graphics card, RAM, and processor in, and it actually is pretty nice. It has some nice onboard features. I'm not actually going to take it out of the bag, but I'm going to just kind of show it up close here. It has dual display port. It has DVI on it. It has gigabit Ethernet, and it's got pretty decent sound, I think. And I think I'm hitting the pause button on my computer over here, so I'm going to take this box and drop that. But what's key about it is it has 4 memory slots, so I can use all this huge variety of memory that I have to try to keep this cheap and max it out to 16 gigs of RAM, which is going to be very important here. And the fact that it has a standard 20-pin or 24-pin power connector here with the standard 4-pin P4 connector, so that way I can use any power supply I want on it. But it's just, what's nice about Acer is that they've always used standardized motherboards that you can replace with almost anything. And these guys oh god. I'm unhappy about this because I see a chip sliding around in here. Did something break off the motherboard? I got this all for nothing, huh? You get to watch it. You get to watch as disappointment ensues on stream, folks. I wasn't going to pull it out of the bag. I was actually going to start playing a game here, but it looks like there may be a problem. I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks like a little heat sink, so I guess there's nothing to worry about. Whew. I always get nervous when there's debris in the bag, you know? It's like, come on, guys. Thought I was going to have to write a nasty gram and get a refund. Actually, now that I've got it out of the bag, you guys can see it in full. It's actually a really nice motherboard. It's a B75 chipset. So I think this will work perfectly. It's just going to be an encoding machine, so it doesn't need to be terribly sophisticated. It's going to have a GTX 660 graphics card, and it's going to have I have an external USB 3 video card. So I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, let's get this game going here. I'm sure everybody wants to see the game and not hear about my entire life story about what I'm planning on doing. But once again, we are playing Final Fantasy IV, a complete collection. I am playing it on emulator for convenience sake, but I do actually own a copy of the game, which is our usual impetus. I'm going to say we're going to be like 80-20 on real games versus pure emulation. So, but there will be some exceptions, like Neo Geo stuff is out of print, and there's a lot of things. But I do have quite a few Neo Geo games that I got through Amazon Games, thanks to being a Prime member and an affiliate. So they clue me into freebies and other cool stuff that we can play on the channel at all times to help keep us on the up and up. Alright, so let's get this going here. Now since I just downloaded this fresh, there's not gonna be any save files or anything. My save files are on my PlayStation Portable, so we're not gonna resume a game that I've already started or anything like that. We're gonna start completely from scratch and give you the full experience of this game here. So hopefully I don't have to reset my controller. I don't believe this particular version requires me to ever use the analog stick for any reason, so I did not opt to change out my controller from my Sega Saturn knockoff. And if the music keeps popping like that, I'm probably going to play this on the i7 when I rebuild it instead of trying to play it on this, because holy crap, that sucks. Which is sad, because I was able to play a 3D game like Ace Combat with absolutely no stuttering whatsoever. Could also be a defective ROM. I think the art is okay. I mean, it's evocative of the original. It's an upgrade at this, and it's evocative of the original at the same time. I didn't have any nostalgia problems with it. I could have played the Super NES version of Final Fantasy IV hard, but I do kind of want to play Interlude and the After Years at some point. Unless you're talking about like the face inserts there, then in that case I kind of agree because they kind of blow. It says running slow. Let's try frame skip. Give me 1 second here. There we go. If we set frame skipping to 4, it actually improves it considerably. I'm actually gonna move this machine over here because I moved my 50-inch Sony Bravia over here. That's gonna be a backdrop for other streams where I'm gonna have the channel logo up on the TV behind me because I'm gonna reorganize a bunch of stuff once I rebuild the streaming machine. See, this FX6 that is currently my production machine is going bye-bye because it likes to overheat and crap the bed. And that's my encoding machine for stuff like Android-based stuff, like when I'm playing BlueStacks and stuff, so I can play Free Fire and a couple of other things. We are the King's Red Wings. We cannot defy his orders. Well, I mean, you could, but then you'd be rogues and bandits. So yeah, I'm going to be reorganizing a bunch of stuff. Since my tablet is dead, the i5 art machine is going to be the encoding machine for my Ryzen gaming machine, and the i7 will move over here. And I'm going to use the TV stand, and I've got a whole plan for reorganizing my command center here, so that way it's actually a little more efficient. I'm kind of excited about that. It's going to be about a 3-day project trying to set that up at the bare minimum. Yeah, I don't think Arial Black is the font they should have used. Damnation! There's a wee bit of cursing in this version of the game. So instead of calling that a rock, it's a zoo. That was actually kind of cool, though, that the emulator... See, the one thing I do like about this version, though, and if you look at the deck of the ship, there's actual physical damage to the Red Wings now. Very well. Prepare for landing. See, and then some stuff they didn't actually change. My cats are morons. Oh, Golix, this is a complete replacement of all the sprites. These are not upscaled sprites. These are actually new sprites that they made specifically for this version of the game. But for some reason, they kept the original map for the most part, with the exception of like the castles and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, though, they did keep most of the map intact, like in its original version. It's kind of weird. He clearly questions your authority. I'm not going to read all the dialogue. I'm just going to punctuate it from time to time to remind everybody that we're moving along here. Send him in. His Majesty summons you. Dissension only leads to treason, and that I will not tolerate. The translation of this version of the game is also extraordinarily different. I mean, the gist is the same, but it's a lot more specific. How dare you? You may share his fate. Yeah, the face pictures are derp. We'll do a little bit of talking to the crew here. You get a little extra story if you talk to Kane here. Now, I have to say this. In the original version, at least the original English version, Cecil is quite a wimp. That whole exchange between him and Kane is just like, stop being a little bitch, basically. There is... I'm trying to remember where all the items are. It's been a long time. You know, it's funny because as I said, I bought this about 10 years ago. And... one neat thing is that you can significantly speed up your walking speed by holding down the button. Yeah. I forgot that's the way to Cecil's tower. I don't think there's actually that much I can do right now. Can't go outside. Don't think there was a secret area here. Mumbling to myself for a minute here. I think that's pretty much it for now. Of course, can't talk to this one because she won't come by the door. There it is. How are my airships? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with that thing? Right. The not dwarf. He's been acting peculiar. I don't build my airships so they can be used to slaughter people. I'm sure I'll get criticized for that accent. But the idea was not for authenticity, just to be clear. I thought there was stuff in the pots, but I guess I'm tripping. So much for our honor. I guess that's everything. I always thought it was funny when this game includes secret tunnels inside the towers. And it's like, you do realize that this is physically up in the air, right? Like a man possessed. How could I cross the man who raised Cain and me like his very own? Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's not who he appears to be. Maybe. And of course, the correct name for the summons in the entire Final Fantasy series is Eidolons, which for some reason they decided was an inappropriate translation in the severely dumbed down American version of Final Fantasy II. This translation is actually closer to a version I played. There was a translation hack called Final Fantasy IV Hard, that basically was the original Japanese version of the Super NES or the Super Famicom version of the game, and it is quite a bit harder because In the Japanese version of the game, the boss battles gave you 1/4 of the amount of experience. So you could go up 2 to 4 levels every boss battle in the American version. And in the Japanese version, which, by the way, the experience gain in this game is approximately the same, so it's quite a bit more grindy than the American version. I think they actually kept the upscaled experience in the PlayStation version of the remake. So when they released it in the dual pack with, what was it? They do Final Fantasy IV by itself? I don't remember the exact details, but when they re-released it, they kept some of the easy mode stuff, but with the better translation, which can't be said about 5 and 6, I'm afraid. Their ports to the PlayStation were pretty bad. Not the least of which the vastly improved music was actually kind of awful. Yeah, it's kind of weird because almost every single time this game has been re-released, it's almost like a new game. It's almost a completely different game. There's a fresh translation. The pixel art is different. And I guess they're doing an Origins version now for PlayStation 4 coming out in March. I was doing a search for artwork for the game for the channel, and I found this listing for it on BestBuy.com. So I was like, "What?" One day I'll play the DS version. I mean, I've played it, but I didn't get into it. My ex was very excited about it. That was another different thing right there. I don't know if anybody caught that in the stream, but he basically implied that because he was a Dark Knight and that she was a priest, that they could never be together. So that's another different thing. At some point, I may do a playthrough of the PlayStation Portable Final Fantasy 1. Although, honestly, I did prefer the Final Fantasy Origins 1 and 2 a lot more than the PlayStation Portable version, so we'll see. I may play that instead. because as far as I'm concerned, that was kind of the definitive edition. We're going to do some random battles here. This was also, for a very long time, the last Final Fantasy game to use that opening theme for quite some time. I think they brought it back in Final Fantasy IX. Yeah, we'll do some grinding here. I should probably also look for... there are some items just lying around the town of Baron that won't be terribly useful later. But, you know, anytime there's free stuff available, you go for it. Now, Darkness is an ability that they excised from the initial Super Nintendo version, and it spends your life points to create a wave of dark energy. Yep. I personally, you know, there's a lot of people who complain about random battles, but I don't really have a problem with it, because, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of the game engine that they created for this version, though, is pulled directly from the, I want to say, 2006 iteration. There we go. Right. Now, one thing I am going to be doing on stream at some point once I get the words are hard. Sega CD emulator to work properly. The big problem I'm having right now is that it's not recognizing the disk drive, so I can't actually insert the Sega CD game discs and have them recognized. I'm getting all the freebie items here. But it doesn't recognize the game discs. But once I get that problem sorted out, I thought that was the point where you can get outside the wall. Oh, there it is. There's something. Yeah, there's a few things around the outside of town here. Just gotta find the treasure boxes. Because if you don't do this now, then you don't get all this free stuff right off the bat, because you get 2 Phoenix Downs, which are quite expensive at this point in the game. Plus you get a golden needle, which I believe recovers stone? It might have been. I think in order to revive in Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, you actually had to use a spell. They call this the Devil's Path instead of the Serpent's Trail. I ain't no beginner, Pops. I know what's what. And what button do I press again? I know, I'm funny, but looks aren't everything. Now, if you try to go back to Mysidia at this point, it says sealed at the other end. Hey, the king and you boys are up to no good. Keep Rosa out of it, you hear? Yeah, well, I don't care, Grandma, because you know what? I'm taking all your stuff anyway. Now, you can save... Let's double check this here. You can save virtually anywhere in the overworld, so we're going to take this opportunity real quick here. Oh, that's great. What the fuck? That was a wild glitch. I couldn't move the controller to create the save file, but then it created one anyway. Okay, that was a little nerve-wracking. This is actually the second game, though, to introduce save points, because the Japanese version of Final Fantasy III actually had them, if I recall correctly. I don't believe you could save just anywhere. I could be mistaken, though. Alright, let's just go clap some booty cheeks. The Valley of Mist. You could also switch between characters, which, oddly enough, is something I did not know the first time I played this game. Let me check something real fast. Castle. checking maps to make sure I didn't miss anything. But as you can see right now, I'm not getting an excessive amount of random encounters. Now that I've said that, I'm going to be hit every other step, right? I know a lot of people complain about it because they're like, I just want to explore. I want to be able to avoid the enemies like in real life. And it's like, if you wanted real life, you wouldn't be playing a video game, would you? Right? An idiot. Yep, now I said it, and now it's doing it to me. Cecil gained a level. Up, back attack. I suppose. Tales of Vesperia, though, is still regarded as one of the best. Well, I know it's kind of polarizing, but it's still regarded as one of the finest entries in the Tales series by many. And it was the last one that had random encounters. And with the battle system that they engineered for the Tales systems, to where you're actively participating in the battle and not just passively doing it through menus. I just liked it because it made grinding a hell of a lot easier, because with fixed encounters you have to constantly leave the area and come back, which causes a lot of extra load time. I'd say the only time it's massively inconvenient is when you're trying to get a very specific drop. Perhaps. I mean, I'll accept any answer, but I'm just like, okay. Leave at once! Well, we're gonna fart around and find out. You choose to ignore my warnings? Obviously, it's in all caps because it's supposed to be thunderous shouting. If you say no, it just pushes you back a pace, and then you have to redo that whole dialogue sequence tree. I have to remember not to attack her when she turns to mist form. I'm gonna try to end this quick though. Yeah, basically, right? It's pretty much hurry up and wait at this. Here we go. Yeah, Final Fantasy III had a more primitive version of this active time battle. Alright, here we are. I'll go ahead and save just because I don't want to redo that battle. In case something dumb happens. Alright, here we go. The second of many awful things we'll be doing in this game. What? Why would he make us do this? 'Cause he's a bad man. But there's a reason for it. All will be revealed in due time. You killed my mom's dragon? Oh, snap. We didn't know. Cecil is kind of a dullard. Delicious store brand chips. Mm-mm. Well, actually, you will be. No! I think at this point it would probably be appropriate for me to have a Toby command, so we can listen to Michael Scott scream "No, God, no" over and over again every time somebody does that. But as of yet, I don't have one to redeem. She has a point. I'm not going to bother attacking her. Yeah, Titan looks like a dope. They all... Ba 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 little ba 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 ba. Wow, I didn't even get a step. Yeah, sometimes you get really good RNG from the pathing. There was actually a trick to where in the Super NES version to where you could avoid all random encounters. I think it was in Final Fantasy II US, where you could take a step and press B, and it would negate the RNG. That may have been in Dragon Quest, but I don't recall. She looks very pale. Well, she did live in the Valley of Mist. She might not have gotten a lot of sun. Now I'm just being a dick. Right? And as you can see, my machine over here just died again. This thing's crap. Super excited about that. Maybe he can't. Of course, in these dumb games, in pretty much every fantasy adventure I've ever seen, everybody only has one pair of clothes that they wear always and never take off. Oh, it just overheats. It's got an OCZ 650 watt power supply, or 600 or 650 watt power supply in it that I bought at a thrift store. So like the case and the power supply came together. Hold on a moment. Varias was just asking me what I was listening in on me talking about my junk ass old computer here. Oh god. Alright, so back to the game. These a-holes. Hand over the girl! Yeah, some of these battles are scripted to where it's impossible to lose. I promise. And that's when Cecil adopted a daughter. I don't know what else to tell anybody. Doodles, get down. It's not time, buddy. Come here, bub. I had to pet my cat. She's very insistent. Come here. You want to be on stream? You want to say hello to your adoring fans? Up. Up. Come on, Doodles. You're interrupting. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this over with. Oh, there's my Doodles. Oh, and she's down already. So there's your. I'm afraid that's all you get for your cat quota for this stream, unless Tippy starts howling again. Quench your thirst with Kaipo Punch. Now with 150% more alcohol. There's some old dude who won't let us through. The fat loot. 2011 called, they want their memes back. Too bad some old geezer won't let me through. Oh, I'm sure it's the power supply. Typically when I overtax, because I put in 5 different video cards into this system and it all does the same thing. As soon as I do anything that's even remotely power intensive or graphic intensive, it just goes. And this is also the 3rd motherboard. It does exactly the same thing. Don't remember if there was any secret areas in this town or not. Now, of course, this is the first town where you can buy weapons and armor. We're going to get better loot later, so I'm not going to save any of the crappy entry-level stuff that they give us right now. Oop, I didn't see what I got, but that's okay. Now, to advance the plot, I believe we need to go here. Desert fever. It's like swamp fever! cough. And then I never did quite understand the purpose of the dancers, but I see you skulking around, Doodles. Okay. Yeah, so you can save almost everywhere, except in dungeons. Then you need an actual save point. Interesting. There's a hot button for using a tent. Is it this way? There's some old geezer blocking the way. Get in there, buddy. Get him. She's gonna gain levels pretty quick here. And, of course, my machine that had the maps on it just blorped. So I'll have to wing it. I'm not talking to you. Not yet. Early on, of course, the caves are not extraordinarily complex. Like, hidden areas don't... There aren't a ton of hidden areas until... And Rydia's dead. Jesus Christ. Alright. Neat, I've wasted all my Phoenix Downs. the whole purpose, of course, was to get Rydia levels as fast. Oh my god. Well, I don't have any more Phoenix Downs, so she's just basically dead for now. That's something very rare now. This is something that I really haven't done since my teens, and that's run away from battles. I learned long ago that you chew through the enemies as hard as you can in the early stages and grind those levels, so that way you don't have to do it later. I sense an ill omen. If he doesn't say Spoony Bard... Well, she can help when she's not dead. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba. How annoying. There. Put her in the back row so she gets attacked less. But you have to move her to the side. It's stupid. I'm trying to remember where all the damn treasure boxes are. Technically, yes. Alright. I'm not that worried if they miss because I'm not wasting a single one of their magic points that I don't have to.
What you doing, buddy? There's my Tippy boy.
Alright. Goodness, hit him already. Come on. You know what? I believe there is a save point tutorial in this cave. That's great. Hey, look, we got a Maiden's Kiss. Man, Rydia, you suck right now. That's right, there was a hidden area in here. With some pretty epic stuff, actually. Hopefully Rydia will learn. Hopefully she'll learn Firaga soon. in Final Fantasy III, you could save at a save point. There is a save point tutorial, and I've played the original NES version of it with a translation patch. How the hell do you get out of here? Crud. Yeah, they also had a primitive version of the ATB that actually had numbers appear above the party. Well, they never want to assume that you played all the other games before this one. Hell, there's still a save point tutorial in 13. Okay, now I'm getting mildly annoyed with the random battles. Okay, it was over here. Is there something over here? Let's not take any unreasonable risks here. I gotta remember to use Thunder and not Blizzard. As I said, the pathing isn't really super complicated yet. Those things are actually quite difficult to kill. Interesting. Ah, Tippy's getting excited. This is like the old days, sitting in my room, eating Ruffles. Playing video games. Trying not to, wiping the grease on my pants so that I don't get it on the controller. I'm reasonably sure I'm going to have to go all the way back, because I forgot the treasure box. Destroy them. Jesus, what is with it? Every 2 steps all of a sudden? We had a lot of exploring time, and now all of a sudden we're getting wailed on. Every 5 seconds. Yeah, definitely need ether. Holy shit. Everybody miss. Yep, totally forgot the damn treasure box. Alright. Now we can go forward. Oh my lord. Alright, running away from zombies. Crud. Rydia is getting strong enough now that her magic actually has some substantive damage. Story time. We're going to attempt to defeat Octoman. Don't be gross, fella. She eloped. All set, except for one thing. Save so we don't foobar ourselves. Ah, there's another treasure box. Ooh. Yeah. Crud. Actually, no, run away. God damn it. Okay. Neat. Fine, fine, we'll fight him.
Hey, TP Butt. What you got? What you got, Big Stinky?
Get them before they escape. Jesus Christ. ba ba da 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 da. Jesus Christ. You know, I realize there's a little bit of hypocrisy about me being upset about the random battles all of a sudden after extolling the virtues of being able to have random battles. But one thing I've never particularly liked about the Final Fantasy games is the obscene frequency. Let's see if I can take these guys. I don't think so because I think the Dark Sword is no good against them. I'm gonna use Cura on them. That was the key. Oh yeah, it does dark damage. Get down there. I always felt that in this particular instance that they put the save point way too far back. Yeah, but the thing that makes me angry is how much how much the random battles make you waste, because if you run away from everything, you're just not going to be leveled enough to take on the boss, number one. And number two, this game makes you drop money every time you run, almost every time you run away. Now, typically, it's not a ton. But it's still annoying. Seriously, guys, come on. Trying to remember if there's any items I need over here. Oh, great. Yep, there's a couple of treasure boxes over there. I'm gonna have to start running now. I need those 2 ethers for the boss battle. Antarctic wind. Okay. Yes, pumpkins. Bye. We're not fighting jellies. Okay, that I do need. Huge increase in damage. See, there was an item in a treasure box back there. Son of a bitch. Crocagator. Hello, Tippy. Hey, buddy. What you doing? You're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move, buddy. Back over here. You're obstructing my stream. Oh my god. Yeah, Pumpkin says you're not going over there, Tippy. Stop! Stop trying to get over here. Yeah, you're okay, buddy. Just calm down. Cats. Well, that was annoying. There's a secret wall here somewhere. Jiminy Christmas. How many revenants are we going to have to face? I'm pretty sure the item is worth it. I think it's just an extension of the secret pathway. Yeah. There we go. That's the way. Yeah, it's a pretty good defensive item for Rydia. I just couldn't remember the pathing. Go away, red moose. God, it took forever to get back there. This is what they mean by hard mode. It's not that the game is actually harder, it's that there are vastly more random encounters. Like, I would say, at minimum, they're doubled. But it could be 3 to 4 times as frequent as in the US version of the game. Are we not Boy, what the hell? We are most definitely using a tent. It really doesn't. There's nothing. There's no real difference in the interface of the game. As I said, I've played Final Fantasy IV Hard, which is the English translation of the Japanese ROM, and it's exactly the same game. The only difference is the frequency of the battles and how much experience you get. I've read articles about this. It's extensive. I know the history of this game quite well, and that's the main difference. Like, they did some obscene increases. That battle with the Mist Dragon isn't really that much different, but as you go further in the game, the bosses, like, in the US version, they drop 4,000 experience and you'd go up 2 levels. Whereas in the Japanese version, it would drop like 680 experience. And you were actually fighting enemies in the area that dropped more experience than the boss. You know, so the whole idea was that you might get a cool item drop and the, excitement of beating a boss, but other than that, you weren't getting a huge reward for defeating a boss. And that's what makes the game hard. But yeah, the random encounters are a lot less. I mean, there's also some dialogue differences because of censorship. Well, yeah, he doesn't have darkness because, once again, it's considered a not kid-friendly move. But as far as the real world differences, there's not that much. I mean, again, they changed some visuals and they changed some dialogue because of quote unquote inappropriateness. But essentially, the actual yeah, you could basically use heal for everything. It just, the Japanese version just spreads everything out, but it's still at its core the same game. It's just a lot harder because of... Yep. Alright, here we go. Big boss fight. Let's see if we can get if we can defeat Octoman. Or whatever they're calling him in this version. Not quite yet. Got 2 more items to get here. Like, they wouldn't call it they called it the Shadow Helm in the Japanese version, but they called it the Hades Helm here because making references to hell and religious iconography is not a big deal in Japan. But here they got to think about the children. And then when Sony got a hold of everything, they were just like, yeah, the hell with that. Actually, I don't want to fight this battle. I've just decided. Alright, here we go. Get ready. Oop. You gotta move fast, because with 8 tentacles, he attacks a lot. I am glad that I got everybody up to speed on Thunder. This is gonna make the battle go a lot faster. He's weakening! Ba, ba, ba. Alright, so that's what we're going to call it for today. I hope you've enjoyed our first episode of Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection. And I won't be doing anything tomorrow, of course, but be sure to join us on Facebook on Saturday for more Overwatch comp shenanigans between me and Varius. We've been on an unholy tear lately with victories, with her on tank and me on support. And I'm trying to dig myself out of the sub 500 basement where I've been stuck for 3 seasons. But I think if we actually win about 10 more matches, we will actually get myself out of there and put myself on the path to silver. So I'm pretty excited about that, because I can't even get out of the sub 500 basement during placements. We got 4 out of 5 victories, and it still set me way below 500. So we're going to dig ourselves out of that hole, and hopefully everybody will enjoy seeing that and our banter, and just watching us dominate the Wood League, as they say. But yeah, that's it for today. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be doing more Final Fantasy IV. I don't think I will be doing the Bahamut Lagoon play. As I said, my last video was glitched, and I have to rebuild the machine, so there's no guarantee that the emulator is going to recover from that. So we'll see. I have it all saved on the backup drive, so it may be fine, it may not. But for now, we're going to do this, and I'm going to reorganize my command center and get back with y'all on Saturday. So until then, I'm your host, Mac Paladin. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, kids.